¿Qué onda? Thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. If you are new here, I am currently a Spanish teacher in the US and I am building a house in the state of Hidalgo, Mexico, and I'll be living there soon enough. We all know that when in Mexico, you shouldn't drink the water, you shouldn't use it to cook with. In most cases, you can brush your teeth with it, but what other little things do you need to be aware of? Stay tuned to find out. The first thing you need to be aware of are the alacranes or scorpions. They are throughout most of Mexico, concentrated in some areas more than others. There are 3 different colors, black, brown, and light yellow. The light yellow ones, known as güeros, or fair-skinned, are the most venomous of the 3. So you do need to go to the hospital or doctor if you get bit, especially if it's a light yellow one, but in any case, you need to go to the doctor or hospital. It's best if you can take a picture of what kind bit you or take the alacran with you without getting bit a second time so the doctor knows like which anti-venom or how much or if you need anti-venom. I'm no expert, but just know it is kind of a serious matter. Like it's very, very unlikely that you're going to die, but you do need to kind of take it seriously and go and get treated. So just make sure you check your shoes before you put them on, kind of look through your sheets before you go to bed. Don't keep your clothing on the ground and then pick it up without shaking it out. On a similar note, the second thing you need to be aware of is that in some areas of Mexico, there is a risk of malaria, especially in the Chiapas area and the southern part of Chihuahua. In the following states I'm going to mention, there is a risk, but it is very, very, very low, but still I think it's best that you know. Campeche, Durango, Nayarit, Quintana Roo, Sinaloa, Sonora, and Tabasco. So just know if you're visiting or living in those areas, you want to check with a doctor and just see if you need an anti-malaria pill or what you should do if you're going to be in that area long term. Number 3, you need to wash your produce. No, you cannot just rinse it off with tap water for obvious reasons. No, you cannot just rinse it off with potable water. You need to actually buy this produce cleaner that you can find easily in the produce section at supermarkets. Number 4. Depending on whom you ask, either once or twice a year, you want to take an anti-parasite drug. And of course, talk to your doctor and or pharmacist about this. Number 5, if you plan on driving in Mexico, have insurance and have good insurance. Only 3 in 10 cars in Mexico are insured. So if you get into an accident and that vehicle is not insured, and you plan on needing a car still, make sure your plan covers that situation where the other driver is not insured. It is very common to have a little fender bender and you just see one driver giving some cash to the next, calling it a day. Liability is the minimum legal requirement in Mexico like it is in the US. If you own or plan on owning property in Mexico, you'll want to pay attention to number 6. Your predial or property taxes are due in January or February. From what I've read, you might get a small discount for paying it early in January, but for sure it's due in February. On a similar note, number 7, your income taxes are due in April, just like in the US. If you visit the SAT website, it will tell you if you need to pay taxes. There's a spot where you can create an account to do this using your CURP, which is your identification number, but there will be a link in the description box below that will take you straight there. Whether or not you have to pay taxes, there are different variables. I am no expert, but that's why you have the handy dandy website to tell you if you need to or not. So that's all the information I have for you today. If you can think of something else that would be helpful for others to know, please leave it in the comment box below so that we can all help each other out as we figure out our new lives in Mexico, if that's where you're headed to. If you'd like to continue following me in my journey in moving from the US to Mexico, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like. See you in the next video. Take care.